Steve, can you talk about your defense, particularly your field goal defense, 34.3, and your ability to defend three?
Well, I thought our defense was much better in the second half, obviously, as compared to the first half. And, I credit the guys and I credit the staff. Once we settled into the game, I thought that we did a much better job in staying attached to some of their shooters and contesting some of those shots. Now, with all that being said, I mean, they missed some open looks there at the end. But overall, I thought our guys' effort and our intensity defensively in the second half was much, much better.
You guys particularly did a good job against Rowe tonight, I thought. A couple of guys were on him. Who had the main duties to stop him?
Well, it's all over the map because they set those ball screens and we switch them, right? So, you want to say that it's Tyrone, it's Brandon Newman, it's Enoch, and those guys because they're typically that's who we guarded their four with tonight. But the fact of the matter is that because they put you in such odd positions with their ball screens by their guards and their five-man being able to darn near be a point guard, you get so many different guys on different matchups. So I would have to say it was more of a team effort than it was a couple guys in particular.
Coach, that's 4 games in a row where the game has come down to the last possession. What can you say about this team about being resilient, staying in, and with those games coming down to the end?
I say I'm glad we keep going to church on Sunday. That's what I say. Those, as I've told you all before, I think we have a good basketball team that cares, a team that wants to win, wants to play the right way. Are we perfect? No. We're not perfect by any means, but no basketball team is. And at the end of the day, that they play for the name on the front of their jersey rather than the back of their jersey. And I think that, more times than not, that's going to win you games.
Coach, a lot of fouls in this game, obviously, kind of with the refs and everything. This is kind of the first game of the season so far that we really saw guys getting into foul trouble, including the two big men with Baba and Rodney. But how do you have to prepare for that as a coach, because there's going to be times where you do get in foul trouble, but you still have to execute and play down the stretch.
Yeah, and that's why you play motion offense, so that you can have 5 different guys out on the floor that maybe aren't necessarily, pigeonholed into a position. It's positionless basketball from the offensive end, and that's the first time we've had to do it this year. I'm not going to comment on the officiating. I thought it was a very physical, intense basketball game, luckily we came out on top. But I thought that, having my philosophy is that if you can have good basketball players, they're interchangeable. I've never really believed in saying, hey, you're the 5 or you're the 4 or you're the 3. I'd like for you to be able to play multiple positions. Now, I get it. With that being said, Rodney and Baba don't play on the perimeter very often, so I'm talking a little bit out of both sides of my mouth. But when you go with Enoch at the center, it gives you a lot of versatility. I don't think that we did a great job in getting ball movement and getting the ball to the basket when we had that group. But that's something that we can work on and get better at in practice.
I thought you guys were really effective with deflections tonight. Not necessarily steals, but kind of breaking up what they were wanting to do a lot of times. Other than Cleveland, you guys really couldn't do much with him, it seemed like.
Yeah, and that's something that we talked about going into this game, is that because they have such good shooters, that we had to get deflections, we had to have great ball pressure, so that it could buy us time when they put you in tough positions on a rotation and stuff like that. If you can get a deflection, and then now that gives your defender, maybe another second or two to recover and then be there on the catch when the guy gets the ball and contests the shot. So I know we only had 12 at half, which was under the number that we had made as a goal, but I don't know what we finished with for the game, but that certainly was an emphasis coming into this game.
First look at Conference USA now, to just against one of the better teams, I think, in the league. What's your impressions of league play?
Well, I think that's a really good basketball team, and the metrics tell you that they're a good basketball team, both offensively and defensively. And for us to beat them at home shows that we're a good basketball team, right? And I from day one, I've said that our goal is to win the conference and win the conference tournament and go to the NCAA tournament. And those goals have not changed. And today is another step forward in that direction. But I'll say this, I thought that our crowd today, number one, it was the best crowd we've had all year. And I thought that when we needed them, that they were into the basketball game and they gave us some extra tonight. When we went on that run, I think it was 15-5, somewhere right in there, the crowd was fantastic. So I thank each and every one of them for coming to the game, and that's, if we can do it once, we can do it the rest of the year. That's the way I look at it.
Anything else?
Good.
Quick update on Lou, he didn't play tonight. Is he going to be available going forward? What's up?
Yeah, he was available to play tonight, and I know there's been some talk on social media about this and that. Falou is being very diligent and taking care of his knee and trying to get it rehabbed so that he's an effective player, and he should be available moving forward for the rest of the year, hopefully. All right, thank you very much, guys. See you.